Happy Veterans Day. Thank you for your service. Today smells like America.
Hello, everyone. It's been a little bit of a while. Just wanted to do a quick stream just to update everyone. Hair of the dog that bit me. So, a couple of updates. Um, I have been doing physical therapy. Today is going to be the halfway mark of the 8 weeks that I'm supposed to be taking them. So, I've been feeling a lot better. I am slowly going to start doing more artwork and showing it off. I just wanted to make a couple of random announcements because it's too exciting not to. Um, I got messaged last night by my brother in arms, Manuel A. Carmona, aka El Kid, regarding Project New Wave issue number 3. Right, give me just one moment. Let's see here if I'm able to do this. And boom! That's right, my friends. Project New Wave number 3 is 100% lettered. He's just doing some final edits before he sends it off to the printers, and Abebu's Project New Wave number 3, and that is so exciting. I'm so happy for Manuel and for his colorist Francisco Rivera. They really are putting a lot of effort to make it the best possible comic book out there. The artwork is just superb, and I know I probably am being biased, but to hell with it. It's just a great, fantastic book. If you haven't gotten issues 1 and 2 yet, I suggest that you do so. It's not necessary to like read the previous issues really to know what's going on. All the issues are pretty much relatively self-contained, so you will be able to just jump on and read the comic and enjoy it, hopefully. Once again, I am the writer on issue number 3, the full-on writer for that one. So it's going to be the second issue. That's going to be one of my scripts that was edited as well by Manuel. So it's exciting times, and I have seen quite a few of the preview pages that he has sent me through Messenger, and it's just mind blowing how Manuel and Francisco just keeps elevating their artwork to a whole other level with each issue. Like I really do recommend that you guys go to Indie Planet, search for Project New Wave. Issues number 1 and number 2, you can either get the physical copy or the digital download as well if you so wish, if you want to read it on any of your electronical devices. It's more convenient for you. So there is that, and again, that is just simply freaking amazing. Cheers to you guys. So let's end this year with a bang with Project New Wave number 3. I've also been doing quite a bit of stuff as well on my end, even though I haven't been able to do too much on the art side. I have been updating my Patreon a lot more frequently, offering a lot more incentives for people to either read the free content that's available and also uploading exclusive content and early access. Like for my podcast, you can listen to it first at Patreon, like about 2 weeks before it actually goes up into Podomatic. Just to talk quickly about the return of the Serene Chaos podcast, I'm very grateful to everyone that has excuse me, given a listen to it, it catapulted into the top 10 of the most listened visual arts podcast in Podomatic. So very humbling, very grateful for that. Actually, it was the most listened podcast of all the podcasts that I have on Podomatic. So that's just mind blowing. And it was one of the most downloaded episodes as well. So again, thank you for any of the old listeners that came back for more of the podcast. And if you were a new listener, thank you as well for giving me a chance. Hopefully, you'll come around for the second episode that will be coming out next week. It was already available on Patreon, as I mentioned. The podcasts are going to be bi weekly. Each episode is going to appear first on Patreon, and then it's going to be available to the public. And you can listen to those podcasts on Patreon for as little as $1. Yes, for $1, you get a whole bunch of content, not just the podcast. You'll get exclusive access to high resolution artwork that you can download and print. You have also access to PDFs of comics that I've already published, like the original 4 issues of Warlord that are available on Indie Planet. There are PDFs available at Patreon as well, so you can, just for $1, you can, yes, pretty much get the bundle of downloading each of those issues, as well as Nevermind and Stupid the Cat as well. Nevermind, that is the original 12 strip season and the TC edition as well. So again, you get a whole lot of content for at least $1. So, and on top of all the free content that's available already, like there's, it's about 90% free content. So, and I'm adding more stuff as well every each week. So head on over to that Patreon, www.patreon.com/Lance Danger. And of course, to if you rather just buy stuff at Indie Planet or whatever, you can also go to www.truthfulcomics.com, where you can go into the shop tab and you can buy all of the comics that Truthful Comics has to offer up to now. And hopefully, issue number 3 is going to be there before the end of the year as well. Usually, there's a pretty good turnaround when we send stuff to print. We are aware that there is the shortage of paper and whatnot. Hopefully, that won't affect anything. But again, as you can see, as you can see on the screen still, Project New Wave number 3, 100% lettered. Just getting a few tweaks here and there just to make sure that there's not any typos or mistakes or whatnot, but the hardest part is done, so to speak. So very excited about that. Also, if you have been following the my social media and my Patreon as well, I have been updating Funny Bone Rage of the Lucky 13 short stories there. Last month I posted part 3 finally, and last week I posted part 4. And all the whole script is already written, so I just have to adapt it from a comic book strip to more of a traditional short story prose novel kind of thing. So that's going to be going up soon as well. And I just kind of wanted to do a bit of a small cover reveal for parts 5 and 6 that are going to be coming out over the next couple of months. Part 5 is going to be coming out in December, and part 6 will be coming out in January. Right, let me see here how I'll be able to do this. Right, and boom. I'm I'm doing it a lot faster. You have to admit, I am doing this a lot faster. So here is Funny Bone Rage of the Lucky 13, Part 5. This is the cover reveal for it. This is the first time that I'm showing it off. This is Six Gun Larry, one of the members of the Lucky 13. He is one of the most prominent members and one of the characters that has some of the most dialogue and airtime, so to speak. He's certainly one of my favorite characters to write and to illustrate. I can't wait to actually draw the comic book version of the Lucky 13. Um, while I'm on the topic, I'm not sure how to handle the Lucky 13, if I should put that as part of the new thing that's on Amazon Kindle Vella, which is kind of like a Wattpad, but for Amazon Kindle. I might transition Funny Bone into a maybe an ongoing story of short stories. I do have a lot of ideas. I have like a trilogy actually planned for Funny Bone because it is partly inspired by the Street Fighter with Sony Chiba, rest in peace. One of my all-time favorite martial arts movies, one of the most graphic martial arts movies I've seen, which just adds even more to it. So there are elements of that in Funny Bone as well. So if you read it, it has kind of like that 70s kind of grit to it. At least I hope it does. So this is the cover reveal for part 5. And this is probably my favorite cover of all 6, the ones I'm going to show now. And there it is. The cover reveal for the final part of at least this the final part of this story, at least the Funny Bone Rage of the Lucky 13. Once again, Funny Bone is on the cover for the first time since the first part came out. That was done on purpose because I wanted to kind of give a bit of focus on the other characters like Clown, Mara, Lolita Letal, Six Shooter Larry, and of course, here is Funny Bone once again. So this cover was a lot of fun to do. This is my favorite cover of the 6, I have to admit. I'm actually considering maybe turning this into a poster or something, or offer it as a high resolution download. Or maybe I'll just put all 6 covers as an optional download. I think I had the original cover available for download. If not, I'm going to throw that onto the Patreon as well. And I'm one to rarely pat myself on the back, but I really, really had fun and enjoyed the final product of this illustration. I can't wait to finish the whole thing. I really want you guys to just check it out. Hopefully, if you're on my Patreon, you'll be able to read it for $1, as I mentioned before. All the parts you're gonna be able to read it. It's all there. As I mentioned, part 5 and 6 are going to be coming out in December and January, hopefully. So look out for that and hopefully catch up with the other 4 chapters. If I do transition over into Kindle Vella, the first 3 chapters would be available for free, and then you would have to pay through a token system to read each additional chapter. So I'm going to transition Funny Bone into that and probably other stories that if I'm not able to illustrate them myself or able to find someone to illustrate them for me, I'll more than likely go to Kindle Vella and just have at least that story out there to feel like at least I was, put something out there and not just like kept it in the hard drive or something. So more than likely I'm going to be doing that. And aside from podcasting and doing the funny bone stuff, and also I've been working on Hell Beneath You. That is going to be the subject of a video series that I am doing. It is more or less like the 100 days of making comics videos that I used to make, but it's going to be a little more centered around that specific comic that I want to make. I've been doing quite a bit of progress in terms of writing and illustrating some promotional art and character designs and whatnot. I go more into detail in those videos. I'm already up to week 6, I believe it is. Like, time is a very weird concept when you're doing these kinds of things, at least to me anyway. It kind of like messes with your internal clock or something. Um, Actually, I can just probably show a small portion of the first episode. I already have like a handful of episodes already edited and ready to launch. I'm thinking of either mid December or the first week of January to start uploading them on my YouTube. Right, let's see now. Actually, I just realized I didn't change the title to the live stream. It has the title to the earlier live stream in October. It's always October to me anyway. October is my favorite time of the year. If it were up to me, October would never end. Right, let's see. Like as I'm live streaming, I'm actually exporting one of the episodes, the latest one that I've had from last week. It took a little bit to edit it because it's been a bit of a crazy week, but that's why I decided to do this series the way that I did, so I can afford myself a little bit of time. That way I don't have like that pressure like I used to have with the 100 days of making comics and whatnot. Let me see if it lets me edit the title while I'm doing this. Just one quick second.